Have you ever felt like your life is fine, but your heart isn't? You go through the day, ticking boxes, answering messages, smiling when expected, but somewhere beneath the surface, there's an ache, a subtle heaviness in the chest, a restlessness in the mind, a constant background noise of not quite right. You're not in a crisis, you're functioning, but you're not free. It's a quiet suffering, hard to explain, easy to ignore, but always there. Maybe you've gotten used to it. Maybe you've mistaken it for normal. But deep down, you know this isn't peace. This is suffering. And no matter how successful, loved, or grateful you are, it finds a way to stay. The Buddha noticed this same quiet sorrow in all beings, kings, beggars, monks, mothers. After years of searching, he didn't discover a magical escape from pain. Instead, he discovered something far more powerful, the truth of it. He called this suffering dukkha, a subtle discontent woven into the fabric of life. Not because life is wrong, but because of the way we relate to it. You see, we suffer not because life is painful, but because we expect it not to be. We think love should never end, that our bodies should stay young, that people should understand us, that our work should fulfill us, that our emotions should always be calm. And when reality doesn't meet those expectations, we struggle. We cling, resist, grasp, avoid. We tell ourselves stories: I shouldn't feel this, they shouldn't do that, this shouldn't be happening. And in that resistance, suffering grows. The Buddha called this root cause tanha, craving, the thirst for life to be other than it is. We crave pleasure and try to hold on to it. We crave to escape pain and run from it. We crave to be liked, to be in control, to be certain, to be enough. And the more we chase, the more suffering we create, like pouring gasoline on a fire we're trying to put out. Imagine trying to hold water in a clenched fist. The tighter you squeeze, the more it escapes. But when you open your hand, the water rests there calmly. Life works the same way. The more we cling, the more peace eludes us. And yet there's a way out. The Buddha didn't just describe suffering. He mapped the path beyond it. A path that begins not by changing the world, but by changing our relationship with it. And that begins with awareness. When we become mindful, we start seeing clearly. We notice the craving arise. I want them to like me. I wish this moment would last. I hate that this is happening. And instead of acting on it automatically, we pause. We breathe. We witness. And in that witnessing space is born a space where choice can arise, a space where freedom begins. Mindfulness isn't about becoming emotionless. It's about becoming intimate with your inner world. You begin to see your fear without being ruled by it. You feel sadness and know it's not weakness. You allow joy without trying to trap it. Mindfulness turns your mind from a battleground into a sanctuary, and this is only the beginning. The Buddha offered the Noble Eightfold Path, 8 principles to guide our way of being in the world. Right view, right intention. Right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. These aren't commandments, they're invitations. Lighthouses gently illuminating the way home. Right view invites us to see the impermanence of all things, not as a threat, but as a truth that frees us. Right intention reminds us to move from compassion, not craving. Right speech teaches us that words can either build bridges or burn them, and we get to choose. Right action is the courage to align our behavior with our values. Right livelihood asks us to live in a way that does no harm. Right effort nudges us toward growth without aggression. Right mindfulness grounds us in presence. And right concentration deepens our stillness. Practicing these doesn't require robes or monasteries. It requires daily choices, small, sacred ones, like pausing before speaking, like saying no to something that drains you, like noticing when you're escaping instead of feeling, like returning to your breath instead of reacting to your thoughts. It's not about doing it perfectly. It's about remembering again and again to come back. Because suffering often arises when we forget. Forget that this moment is enough, that we don't have to earn peace, that we are not our thoughts, that clinging doesn't protect us. It only exhausts us. Mindfulness is how we remember. And as we practice, something beautiful begins to unfold. We start to suffer less, not because pain disappears, but because we stop resisting it. We allow life to be what it is. We stop needing people to behave a certain way to be okay. We stop measuring ourselves by achievements. We stop treating emotions as enemies. We stop running and we start returning to the breath, to this body, to this exact moment. And in that return, we find something that was never lost: stillness, spaciousness, freedom. One of the most profound stories in the Buddha's life is that of Kisa Gautami, a mother whose child died. Devastated, she begged the Buddha to bring him back. He told her, "Bring me a mustard seed from a house that has never known death." She searched everywhere, but each household had known loss. Eventually, she understood suffering is not personal. It is universal. And in that understanding, her heart softened. Her grief became compassion. Your suffering too is not a sign that you've failed. It is proof that you feel deeply, that you care, that you are awake. Let it soften you. Let it open you. Let it connect you to the vast web of humanity that suffers, heals, breaks, rebuilds, just like you. Because the path is not about becoming perfect. It's about becoming whole. It's not about escaping suffering. It's about no longer being afraid of it. When you stop running, you see that suffering was never your enemy. It was your teacher, a gentle guide whispering, "Let go, trust life, come home." And if you're wondering where to begin with now. Feel the air entering your nose. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel the stillness behind your thoughts. This is the doorway. You don't need to climb a mountain or change your life overnight. You only need to take one conscious breath. That's enough. That's the beginning of peace. And if this message touched something inside you, if it reminded you of what you've forgotten or helped you breathe a little easier, let it keep going. There is someone out there right now silently carrying pain they don't know how to name. Someone longing for peace but afraid to slow down. Someone like you, not broken, just tired. You can be a bridge for them, a quiet light in the dark. If this brought you a moment of stillness, consider sharing it with someone who may need the same pause. And if you'd like to continue this journey of healing and mindful reflection, you're warmly invited to subscribe. Not for more noise, but for gentle reminders of peace, of presence, of who you truly are underneath it all. Each week we explore Buddhist wisdom in a way that speaks softly to the modern heart. So subscribe if you're ready to walk this path, one breath, one truth, one moment at a time. Until then, be still, be kind, and keep returning again and again to the place where freedom begins, here, now, within.